Hello everyone, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony Blind. You know, I might be a little bit pissed, but I did also just have a bit of chocolate orange, and it doesn't make all the feelings go away, but at least my mouth tastes good. That was a weird way to put that. But anyway, in the last one, we partook in Kyo's seance, and yeah, and I'm not pleased. I'm not happy. But as ever, we need to move on, and to start with, we'll talk with everyone. I said things that made Tenko look suspicious, and now this. I'm sorry, Tenko.
Stop it.
Cry later. Alright, Maki. Jesus.
Huh? Because
Crying won't bring Tenko back. And if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too. I mean, good point, but
okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit. For Tenko, and all of us.
I guess.
You're right. Tenko would want us to figure it out so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. Very, very helpful, Samugi. Do you have something for me, Maki? Any keen observations? Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on. Yeah, I think when we first came in here it was Gunta who, said something about that, right? The floorboards aren't nailed down. They're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gunta told me. Yeah. That's probably the reason they're a little unstable. They've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable. Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily.
Is this?
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right?
Okay.
Yes, I suppose. I didn't actually comment on it last time. I did notice that there was a floorboard either under or next to Tenko that looked like it had been moved. Like it was popped up. So, I think we might be, mentioning that when we, look at Tenko's body. How you doing, Himiko? Himiko? Hey, Himiko! Be strong, Himiko! Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's going to break! Yeah, Gonta, you're a big guy, she's the smallest girl. Leave her be, please. But she's not talking. It's like Himiko not even here. She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now. Okay. Himiko. Oh, poor girl's gone through the fucking ringer with this chapter, but... Oh, come on. It'll be fine, Himiko. We're gonna help you get through this, and hope to God you don't die, too. And first Angie, then Tenko. Gonta's so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends? It's okay, big guy. It's okay.
Leave it to me.
Kibo, leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all. Handy. Well, I guess we've already got, like, evidence for his face or whatever, so I guess that makes sense. Why he did this?
I knew it.
Kyo, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
Of course.
Of course, I am shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? He performed all of the steps flawlessly. He seems more concerned by that than the murder. Well... Can I blame him? I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, if we perform the caged child again and summon Tenko's spirit this time.
Stupid.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
I see, yes.
True, it may be best to move past what happened. Do you know why the seance failed?
No.
Whatever, just hurry up. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then, Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all four of us joined the wooden statue. Placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
And finally, we all sang the caged child song. This seance should have been complete, but... now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. Funk. I don't know what that is. I thought it might have been the statue, but no, it was still there. So I wonder what that was. And it is a mystery to me as well. I thought perhaps someone may have tripped, perhaps. That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something?
What do you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth. And then... Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it... There, you can see the floorboard moving there, or moved there. And then it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance. But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yeah, that is a problem.
I see, yes.
There is another problem.
How?
And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner? Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham. Well, I don't like your tone. Marky never was one to pull her punches. I don't know, 'cause I don't know how seriously to take this seance, right? Unfortunately, Ace Attorney has blinded me to realism. So, I don't know what to believe. Like, assuming it's all real, we might as well, right? Assuming everything was real, surely that must mean that Tenko died before the seance was completed, yeah? Because otherwise, she wouldn't have been able to be a spirit medium. And if we did everything else right, it stands to reason that Tenko is the problem, yeah? Though that doesn't really solve anything. I mean, it kind of gives us a rough estimate of when she died. Which, I mean, to be fair, does go along with, like, the weird noise, right? If she died during the song. Like, that could make some sense. Listen! This investigation is over and shut. It's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. Now, Miyu. Now then, Kung Fu's killer is obviously one of you stupid arseholes who signed up to do this bullshit seance in the first place. No, not necessarily. Huh? Seriously? The seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
So you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
Well, yes, that stands to reason, right? Which I guess does... Well, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really clear up anything, does it? Kyo is still suspicious. Himiko is, by proxy, still suspicious. And Shuichi and Kokichi aren't, because plot. Although, I mean, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't really count that out, should I? Damn V3. Case 1 has really fumbled with my perception of everything. There's no other possibility, shit for brains! God, you don't even know that!
It is true that Tenko was alive before the seance began. This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you will open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Understood! I will not say a word until the seance is over!
Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point she was most certainly alive. But when the candles were relit, she had already been killed. I mean, she was killed in the dark, I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed after the candles were blown out? That may be an important point of this case.
Well, you didn't give us any evidence for it, Miyu, but thanks for the discussion piece. Granted, it wasn't anything new after what we talked about with Kyo, but... Man, what a lame function. You should have made him, like, a transformer or something. Very helpful, Kokichi. Very, very helpful. Alright, well... Left to right. Start the candle, I guess. And then we'll start... then we'll go on to all the... seance-y stuff.
Candles hung on the walls. They're the only source of light in the room. There are no windows in this room, so without the candles, it was pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness?
And that is a good point. I'm not really sure.
It's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it.
Right. Which means we don't really have a... It's not as if we have a case of someone walked in, moved the statue, flipped, moved everything around, stabbed Tenko, then put it all back together. It's not... Well, it should be stabbed, right? I guess I don't know that. It's only 1 wound in the neck. I don't imagine it's going to be anything else. Also got to find the weapon then, don't we? That's a good point. But yeah, presuming it is stabbing, we can't imagine, someone removed all the cage stuff, killed Tenko, put it all back, left. Can't really be a matter of that. Or if it's someone in the room, they couldn't have done it either, like that.
This wooden statue is pretty heavy. Kyo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls.
Is it? On average, I guess? Like Japanese girls, or... What's that? Americanized. I wouldn't know, but I don't even know anything about my own weight, so... Maki, no! You fucking killed him! Maki, stop! He's already dead! Oh my god! Oh, oh my god! Oh my god. I love her. I can't. Oh my god. Oh, you fucking killed him. Maki! Oh, ultimate assassin at work, eh?
What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother? I held hands with Kaede, and I held Miyu's arm earlier. Then I touched Himiko in a dream. What?
Kidding.
Oh, I love her. Oh no! Oh, watch out, Himiko and Tenko. Best girl coming through. And Miyu, I get. Miyu's worst girl, but that's what makes Miyu best girl, you know what I mean? I'm kidding. Anyway. If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. Sorry, I'm still recovering from that absolute devastation you just inflicted on me, Maki. That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier.
Oh. I think that's just Maki's joke style, right? That's sort of how she's delivered some of her other jokes earlier. Well, jokes, quote unquote. I guess it's more like banter, isn't it?
It's the white sheet we used for the seance.
No, I can't help it. I love girls who are blunt. What can I say?
This was placed on top of the cage. Kyo's the one who removed it.
And this cloth is pretty thick. Nope, not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything about that. I did say that a little weirdly, though.
It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back, look, there's a bloodstain on it right around the middle of the sheet.
Okay, well, I mean, presumably it's from Tenko.
But no hole in the fabric.
Right.
Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through this cloth.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense. You'd have to get it through the cage as well. But that does indicate that the cloth was, like, on her, or around her, I guess, when she was killed. What does it? Because if it's in the middle... I mean, we've seen some weird... Danganronpa pull some slightly weird things with, like, time and blood before, so... I don't know, I guess I can buy that if she's stabbed, some blood might splatter onto the sheet. Well, I mean, whatever the case, it proves that the sheet was on her when she was killed, which, you know, further backs up the whole... Someone didn't take all the stuff off, kill her, put it back on, leave.
She was stabbed well underneath the cloth.
I don't think I can look at the cage. Ruined magic circle.
It's the magic circle Kyo drew on the floor. Well, at least it was.
Oh dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable. Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt. Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I have performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my body. Shut up. I don't want to hear about your
Stupid delusions. Maki, Jesus! No wonder Shuichi can't tell whether you're joking or being serious. Well, I guess in its own way, that's a mark of them actually being friends, isn't it? Or at least, you know, a bit above her relationship with everyone else.
Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually. Oh, man. Maki, Kaito, I work out with so many people who are just heartthrobs. In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Cage Dog Village document.
Hey.
Isn't that right, Kyo? Sorry, I'm still recovering from your last insult. He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense.
Magic circle, Korekio drew on the floor. Oh, I guess it just drew. Well, I guess that... Oh, wait, hang on. Is that Is that the hole at the back? Is that on? Yeah, it is the hole in the corner that's glowing. It looked like it was slightly above the cloth. Fuck, I can't believe I forgot what a cloth was called. I feel like I do that all the time with, like, tarps and shit.
There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still.
Oh. Looks like there's more space under here, too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there. Oh.
What? Something dropped down there?
Oh dear, that's where Himiko was standing! Oh god. After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
Okay.
Right, let's do it.
Okay, nice. Good thing that was actually useful, but I guess now... So look at the girl herself. Ah, okay, now we can look at the cage. Yeah, there's the board that's moved. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to check to see if it's a different thing. Can I look at that from here? No, I guess I can.
Iron cage.
Oh, hello! I see blood on the cage. Okay, I mean, again, that really just puts forward that whole she was definitely killed under the cage.
This is the cage used in the seance.
It looks to be around 3 feet wide and 5 foot. Oh my god. 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
Okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside.
Or at least someone like Tenko.
During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage.
I mean, I say that, I'm the same height as Tenko.
We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first. Proving once and for all that she is canonically stronger than me and Kokichi combined.
Hey, look at this. A blood stain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
That's true.
Yes, I imagine so. The splatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
But in a weird way, this is its own little locked room mystery, isn't it? So it's like a locked cage mystery. If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right? No, she was definitely dead before that. I saw the bloodstain on the floor.
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted.
No, well, I saw the blood. She was definitely dead beforehand.
That is a possibility.
Alright, what's that trying to... What are you trying to say there, Shuichi? You trying to put some suspicion on Himiko? Or are you trying to say, like, there was a mechanism that was put in place and when Himiko lifted the cage, it killed Tenko? Because fucking hell, if that were... I mean, it's not true, again, because we already saw the blood, but if that were fucking true, and someone just did that to, like, mess with Himiko... What is it? Why is this area glowing? Whatever. But if someone really did that just to fuck with Himiko... Nuh-uh. That's... You know, it's hard to be worse, I think, than Kirumi. But you could be, if you did that. I don't think anyone has ever tried something like that before, either. I mean, you know, Byakuya has did a pretty despicable thing in Chapter 2, and, you know, as did Kirumi, but I don't think we've never had someone make someone else kill someone and have that kill mean nothing except to just hang it over their head. Oh, God. Oh, I hope you don't fucking do that, game. You better not. You better not.
There's a rock next to Tenko's body. This must be...
Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like this?
Tenko had her forehead on this rock, hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage.
Okay. Not sure how useful that's going to be, but, I mean, we have it, so... Crooked floorboard.
Ah, this floorboard is loose. And it's the one right under Tenko.
Why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember correctly,
Wasn't it like this before? Well, it wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
why?
Why would it come loose during the seance?
But
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Someone must have loosened it on purpose.
Well, I mean, if there was something under the floor, right, then maybe they came from under? I feel like that's the only way the blood splatter works as well, right? Because, like, the blood splatter on... Oh, excuse me. On the sheet and the cage, like, that wouldn't happen if she was stabbed from, like, above through the neck. Again, I'm assuming it's a stabbing. I don't imagine it's anything else with a neck injury. But yeah, I imagine, like, you wouldn't get that blood splatter if it went in through the top. It would have to come out from, like, underneath to, like, splash up like that. So maybe whoever was in, like, someone was under the floor, they moved the floorboard with whatever weapon they used, like, stabbed up through Tenko's neck, killed her. Yeah? Seems feasible to me. Possible. I don't know, but it sounds feasible.
Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is the stab wound to her neck.
Oh, did it? Oh, it must have just... Yeah, that makes sense. It must have said stab wound. I guess I just forgot.
And this wound was fatal.
I mean, it's been less than... Well, I guess it's been a little more than half an hour, technically. But, yeah. I can't believe I forgot that.
This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance.
I mean, I'm glad. I really wouldn't want her to struggle or suffer. Poor girl.
Wait.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
No, I don't think so.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Oh, I don't like to hear that.
What do you mean?
what's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course. Quick deaths are my specialty.
Well then, that makes sense.
Okay.
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around.
Yeah.
You're right, I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue.
That could be, yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh. Cough. Oh, I'm gonna need to clear my throat. Don't know why, I just got a bit, musty crusty. Tenko's last moments, yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that we've implied that she might have been alive for a couple of seconds. I really don't.
Hey,
Maki, we finished investigating up here. Perhaps we should check under the floor?
by the way,
It seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for light?
that's true.
Let's bring a candle. With Kibo's light from up here, that should be fine.
Okay.
Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Okay, got it. and I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Marky.
You know I didn't comment on this again, but I suppose now's a great time to do this. Once more, they have completely fucked the possibility for me to guess who the culprit is based on the body discovery announcement. They know. They've cottoned on that you can figure it out by that, slightly. Those smart bastards. Because, it's been... Well, it was 4 who discovered Tenko. It was... 5 who discovered Angie. Everyone discovered Ryoma. Well, not everyone, but almost everyone discovered Ryoma. Kaede, Tenko, Kaito, and Shuichi found Rentaro. Oh, man, wait. No, I was about to say, was Tenko really involved with, every body discovery leading up to her own? No, she actually wasn't there for Angie's, was she? No, okay. Whew! I guess the only person involved in all of them has been Shuichi. Oh dear. Poor boy.
I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Marky. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can pretty easily move on all... Yeah, you can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well...
It'd be pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around at this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah... Wouldn't be a fan.
Oh, hello. I see that over there. Floating candle. Oh, can I not even look at it? I guess not. Oh, hello. Piece of wood with wood missing, blood, more blood, that I can't actually... Oh, no, I can look at. Just doesn't have any of the particle effects on it. And that over there. I think we'll start right to left this time.
Some of the wood is corroded and is broken off, so you can see into the next room.
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part is rotted away.
It looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here.
That's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right?
Yes, it is.
And the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under these instead of using the hallway.
Yeah, that is true.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black.
Well, I mean, we've had a Teru situation like this before, right? Like in Danganronpa 1's first chapter. Sometimes you just need a little bit of covering, and then bada bing, bada boom. No one's gonna see you and your candle. Or electric heater.
That might make it impossible to move around in there.
Then they could have used a light, like we're doing right now.
Well...
True. They used a light to move around under the floor. Is that possible?
Possible. Plausible, again, not too sure.
Look! Part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
I also noticed that there's blood on one of the floorboards.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width, too.
And from what I can see of it,
That's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. Question is, why?
Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing. So what purpose did this serve?
The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little more confident in someone was under here, but How they went about all this seems a little more iffy.
If the culprit did all of this, then why?
Dried blood.
There's a bloodstain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. But that's pretty far from where Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, but at different ends. Why is there blood here?
Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too.
You're right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got killed?
Come on, Marky, you should know no. Not if it's dry.
That's true.
I wonder. I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
But these bloodstains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry.
Well, I'd say, like, the reason would be that it's someone else's blood, right? The obvious choice would be Angie, but again, maybe this is a bit more of a Kurumi situation, where, you know, someone sort of had to hurt themselves in a way to get through their crime. You know, Kurumi damaged her gloves. Whoever killed Tenko or Angie might have hurt themselves. Because if this is Angie's blood, then she was killed under the floor? So, yeah, I'm leaning a little more towards it might be our perp's blood, but, it's hard to say. I mean, we have no proof anyone else was even hurt, or what they were hurt by, so... Oh, shit, that's... yeah. Wrong button!
Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's.
I guess maybe that's why it doesn't have particles on it. It's entirely unimportant. Ooh, a bloody sickle.
There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it.
Okay, looks like this might be our murder weapon. Oh, and drop right by where Himiko was standing. But, I mean, if it's... Well... That's interesting, isn't it? Because, actually, if, as I thought, someone killed Tenko from under the floor, then whoever did it still had the sickle on him, and just, like, tossed it over here. Well, probably just placed it over here, but tossed it over here. Maybe targeted? Like, maybe it was targeted at Himiko? But it seems more likely it was just there to target whoever was on that side of the room. But to do that, they'd have to know a bit about the seance and where we stand, which, to be fair, literally anyone could read the seance book. So... yeah, that clears up nothing, but that's a spitball theory as to why it's here, I suppose.
Okay.
The blood on this sickle is fresh. And this is it. This is the murder weapon.
This came from my research lab.
It did?
The sickle can be used to assassinate a target.
Okay, yeah, most weapons can.
It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes, too.
Well,
As if she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
that's right.
And since Tenko is in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
Probably not. What is it? Is it 3 feet high, or is it 5 feet high? Fuck, I've already forgotten the measurements. I'm gonna say it's probably 3 feet high, but yeah, that's not 6 inches. Yeah, okay.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade... oh, well, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible.
I don't know. She had her head down and everything. I don't think that's... I would really cut it.
Then her posture is the question.
Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
That's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible.
Yeah.
I think we finished investigating here.
Is that all right?
Maki, you want to head back up?
I'm glad you asked. We're starting to get fed up with all this dust.
That's fair enough. After Maki and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation.
What else is there to look at, though? I guess elsewhere?
By the way,
Maybe Marky's lab?
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tenko have different killers, then the Blackham we need to vote for is...
you're right.
The culprit for the first murder, the culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
So instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay,
Yes, of course.
but
But this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths.
That's a good lad.
Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry.
Yeah, it's a good call. Right, I guess we're gonna go back to Angie's lab then. Well, right after I take a quick drink. Hang on a second. There's Kokichi! I was gonna say everyone's still in the same spot, so there's no point in talking to them again. Where's Kokichi gone? Well, I know he wasn't adding anything, but Jesus. Did I have new dialogue then? Or was it the same stuff?
it's plain to see.
I'm going to plainly do my best for Tenko too. It's a one-liner. Probably not. I'll check everyone, I guess.
And the floorboards have just been laid onto other cross pieces. That's why they're unstable.
Well,
Okay, yeah, no, this is the same stuff.
okay.
We'll leave. I would like to leave, yes.
When I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I could ever imagine unfolded.
Well, I think everyone's currently in the room, so fucking... Kaito, Kokichi, you fucking about out here? What are you doing? Come on. What am I about to see?
It's a lie.
Oh, you fuck! Oh, you bitch! Oh my god! I was worried about you for a second, you fuck! Oh my... Well played, you bastard! Oh my god! Oh my god! Kokichi, you fucking suck! Oh my... Fuck you, man! Fuck you! Not in this chapter! Oh, you piece of shit. Fuck off. I'm only mad because he totally got me. Oh my god. Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror? I don't know about that. It was more shock and surprise, but...
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yet, this is real blood. What the fuck happened to you?
Okay, so what are you doing?
I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. And suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
You stepped through a floorboard?
Jeez, they got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
If if you're gonna lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kinda stepped through. What bad luck. The crosspiece was gone. Does this mean... Oh, shit. Wait, are we done? Huh?
Confidence. Dreams. That's what the killing game is all about. Killing game fans. Hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes. Baseball, soccer, mobile games. They're all nothing compared to the killing game.
Okay.
The killing
Cool.
game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
Gee, alright. Well, this is the first time I've ever felt like we kind of don't have enough. We've looked at 2 rooms. Well, I guess technically 3, including Kyo's lab, but we've looked at 3 rooms! And I'm not really that close with Angie, I don't think. I don't really have any ideas there. Tenko's... I've got bits and pieces, but I
guess time's up.
Oh man, I'm just getting you guys. I didn't have enough time to check something. What were you trying to check? I wanted to research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately... I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe the fact that anyone could see this could be helpful. But Kyo perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the exact same way as in the picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. Past trial, so I'll see you there. Oh, and he died for real this time. Uh-oh. Kokichi left, the blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit. Bloody Kokichi. Okay. So there's a crosspiece missing from one of the other rooms. Is that maybe how they got under the floor? Let's go to...
That's true.
Yeah, okay.
Is Maki nervous? I see. So even she gets nervous sometimes.
Do you want to die?
What are you staring at? Do you want to die?
Alright, well I assume everyone's just down there, right? Down at the grounds. Alright, well, down we go. Man, there's a much shorter last investigation part than usual, eh? Oh, yeah, usually we get saddled with an hour and a half of last investigation. The price of this being a couple more episodes, and well, I guess only one more episode than usual. So I think all the other investigations have been 2, right? The first room, then like everything else, kind of by accident. So I'm like, okay, we're probably nearly done here. Does really work though. Again, like what I was saying earlier, it sort of feels like we almost don't have enough right now. Does work with the whole quick pacing of the investigations in this game, which I do really like. I really like the fact the investigations don't hang around. Like they're short, they're succinct, but you know they still have that the Danganronpa charm. You know, especially with Maki, I will say. Oh god, she's scathing, and I love it. But yeah, I mean, investigations have always been the worst part of Danganronpa anyway, so, you know, it's nice that we've got some simpler stuff. Shrine of Judgment. Not simpler, quicker stuff.
We're all here. All, it would appear, we have all gathered. But it seems there are less and less of us. Well, we have lost 3 people since the last time we were here. Well, I guess 2, technically, because we had that one scene at the end of chapter 2, but less friends mean it that much harder to solve mystery. And at the same time, it gives us less suspects, you know? It's a weird back and forth balance. Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta.
Yeah, Gonta do his best to help.
I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level. Super high school level idiot, am I right?
Hey! What's that supposed to mean?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. But wow, Moggy Roll sure does pack a punch.
It's your fault.
You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far. Ouch.
That being said,
I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
booyah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
I feel like you said something like that in the casino event, didn't you, Kyo? And I mean, you're not wrong, but again, because she's worst girl, she's best girl, you know what I mean?
Rest in peace.
Atua, please. Please lend us your power. It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all. She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua. So what? Robots can believe in God. Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
How long are you going to say that for? Atua and ghosts don't matter right now.
No, you kind of caught my interest there, Kibo. Is that important? I mean, it wasn't highlighted, so maybe it's just like a weird character thing, but, yeah, trial this time is gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something. What should I say? There, Kaito, you're a good, smart boy. I don't know what you want from me, Kaito.
Why did the seance fail? I never did figure out why.
I see you're still more interested in that than the case.
I mean, it could be important. I do think that's a good inclination that Tenko died during the seance rather than after or when the cage was lifted, you know?
Well, this trial's gonna be rough, since I couldn't do any investigating.
Absolutely, Kaito. I mean, all of your contributions thus far have really carried us. I respected Angie and Tenko so much since the moment we met.
Shut up! Nothing's gonna be solved by crying about it, especially not when your tears are fake.
Right already.
Besides, that was a lie, wasn't it?
It's a lie.
Yeah, you guys have figured me out already, so there's no point in giving up the act.
Kokichi never changes, no matter what situation he's in. Except when he's on death's door. He did seem a little different in that scene, but yeah.
Listen up.
Try using your brain so I don't have to. My golden brain cells are a gift to the entire world! Yeah, yes, you're very, very, very true, Miyu. Very, very, very accurate. Although I guess technically, yeah, also an inventor and all that. It's true. I do not know if it can be attributed to God, per se. I can hear an inner voice guiding me when I don't know what to do. Okay, yeah, it's highlighted. That seems kind of important. I can't explain why, but I believe that voice will lead me to hope as long as I listen to it. Oh, man. Busting out the H word. Ah, shut up. What the fuck is a robot talking about God anyway? It's unseemly.
you're
That inner voice is probably just a radio or something. Like in taxis and stuff. You know, because you're a robot. It was unwise of me to confide in you all. Yeah, you know what? Very true. Don't trust any of us with your life, Kibo. We will all shit on you for literally no reason than you are Team Butt Monkey. Even more so than Kaito sometimes. Going to do his best to help. Oh, what do you got for us, Hiyoko? Not... Wow. Wow! Not only did I miss her, I fucking called her Hiyoko! Oh my god. Sorry, Himiko.
So in the end, the culprit really was... No, it's nothing. We can talk about it once the trial starts.
No wonder I missed her. I got her name wrong. Himiko! How you doing? Holding up okay? No? Okay. Okay, sweetheart. It's alright. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
The touring ghosts don't matter right now. The culprit is among us.
Well, they always are. One of these lovely lots. Rumble, rumble, rumble. I don't know, I guess I have to look at it this way, right? Usually case 3s exist to kill off any characters who would, like, ruin the mood of the next couple of chapters. Like, that's always been the case. So, I don't know, thinking like that, who wouldn't fit going forward? Honestly, the only one I can really think of is Miyu. Everyone else is decently serious. Maybe Himiko? Like, Himiko and Miyu are, like, front runners there, but
As usual, we walk toward the elevator in silence. As soon as we remaining survivors stepped aboard.
Down we go. Oh boy. I'm gonna lose at least another 2 the next time we see this CG.
We descended.
God. Jesus, why is it so empty?
Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell, faster and faster, downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side. The bright light of our future. Or is it?
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now.
Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Monodam sad.
I am always sad.
As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth.
Let's hurry up and get this started. At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. No fucking about this time.
The third class trial was about to begin. Angie Yonaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try to prevent the killing game. Then Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing.
Oh god, this screen's slowly getting empty.
And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person?
And then no one's died here, wow.
Two people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial.
Woo, baby! Well, I'll end this in 20 seconds so we don't go over. I'm excited. We'll talk about theories and thoughts next time, but you know, made it this far and you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching.
And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye. Ready for a class trial.